This may be a bit extreme, but if you're watching this video, you woke up this morning. So I would argue that you're extremely lucky, because many people didn't. Do you ever feel like you just can't catch a break? Anything you try always seems to fail. You feel like a loser. You feel like you let yourself down. You feel like you let the world down. You thought you could do it, but you couldn't. In this video, I'm going to help you understand this feeling a little deeper, because this feeling of perceived unluckiness may be required if you want to be successful. I always wondered why some people just seem to be very lucky. Things almost get handed to them in a way. It never really seems like they have to work too hard to get what they get in life or in business and things like that. And the sad reality is it's the complete opposite for us. We work extremely hard. We try our best. We try, and nothing ever seems to come off. You may see your friends or even your enemies be successful and get lucky in a sense, and you may be jealous of them. And I think on one hand that's normal, because as someone who's motivated and driven to be success, it can be very difficult when other people around you are winning and you're not. I know for myself, I've definitely experienced that in the last while. That's why I'm going to tell you a story. But how can we use this feeling, this deep feeling within us, to ultimately push us to success? Because at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We all want to be successful, whether that be in business, whether that be in in relationships, in your life, in the gym, just everything in general. We want to be the best, and that's good. It's okay to have that mindset. But how can we use this kind of period and spell of unluckiness to our advantage? And I'm going to tell you a story of how I'm doing it, so how you can implement it in your life too. Some people would say that I've been extremely unlucky over the past 4 years. I'm in college right now, I'm a senior, but over the past 4 years in my college career, my college soccer career, I've had 3 major injuries. I haven't played a lot of games because of the injuries, and the sad reality is a lot of them were not my fault in a way. On the surface, you may think that, he's been extremely unlucky. He hasn't played a lot and he's been injured and his mental health has deteriorated and he's brought it back up again, which is a plus. But on the surface, you may think that I've been unlucky. I would disagree. I think it's important to note what luck actually is, and I have a definition here for you. So luck is success or failure apparently brought on by chance rather than through one's own actions. So by reading this, the inclination that I get is that luck is brought on by chance. And again, I would disagree. You see, I think that luck can be created. Luck can be manufactured by us all. But the real question is, how can we create luck? Well, luck is created by action, by doing. This is why I believe that you create your own luck. And the unfortunate thing is, you can also create unluckiness by ultimately not doing anything. One of the quotes that I use all the time in all of my content across the newsletter, the short form stuff, these videos, or even the podcast, is you're only given obstacles to show how much you've grown. And again, this was given to me by a mentor, and I'm so grateful that I was told this, because I needed to hear this at the time when I believed that I was extremely unlucky. All those injuries were just piling on top of each other, and I could never win. I could never get anywhere in my life. I always seemed like other people around me were winning. And my mentor told me this, you're only given these obstacles to show how much you've grown. And, if there is no obstacles, you will not grow. It's a simple but an effective way of kind of learning about these unlucky spells that you'll experience and understanding that they're all part of the process. If you want to be a success, or if you want to have a good relationship or a family or do well in the gym, you need to understand that there will be times where you will experience setbacks. Like I said, I've experienced plenty of setbacks in the last couple of years since I've been creating content, and I'm sure you have too. But I think one of the main lessons that I took from that quote is that you actually have to go out and seek these setbacks. You have to go and actually put yourself in situations where you may be unlucky, you may lose, you may, have to do a complete 180 and try again at another stage. But it's so important to actually go out and do this, because without the action, you will not create any luck. I need you to realize that if you want to go out and create your own luck, you have to get up off your ass and start doing things that will create it. Whether that be, going out and socializing, building up your network. Like they always say, your net worth is your network. And this is cliche, but it is important. And the only way you build a network is, of course, you can maybe text people on social media, but is putting yourself out there into the world. What are you doing to create your own luck? That's so important. Are you going to the gym? Are you looking after your health? Are you being polite and saying hello to people in the street? It's also key to note, what are you doing that is creating your unluckiness? So are you staying indoors? Are you, not socializing as much? Are you not taking risks? People always say that risks are a bad thing. If you want to be successful, you have to take calculated risks. And it's so important to understand that, without these risks, you will not be lucky. You will just continue to be unlucky. You'll continue to sit in your room and cry and moan about why you're being so unlucky when other people are out there taking risks and doing cool shit, and they're getting results that you're not. So to finish up, you might say that I've been extremely unlucky. You might say that you've been extremely unlucky over the past X amount of years. But I want you to realize that life is cyclical. There is ups and there's downs. There will always be good times, and there will always be the bad times. And if you look at your life as a whole, I would argue that you've probably been extremely lucky. For example, you're watching this video on a device, whether it be your laptop or your phone. If you have one of those, you're extremely lucky, because there's so many people that don't. You're probably watching this, in work, or hopefully you're not watching it in work, or at home, and you have one of those. Many people don't. And finally, this may be a bit extreme, but if you're watching this video, you woke up this morning. You woke up this morning to watch this video. So I would argue that you're extremely lucky, because many people didn't. So go out and create your own luck, because no one else is going to do it for you.